Hello everyone. Okay, so we are doing another interval set with me today. So Thursdays is always going to be intervals. We're doing 1 minute off, on, 30 seconds off. We're still waiting for a couple of people, but we're going to make a start now with the warm up. So slippers off, everyone. I'm going to take mine off and we'll get going. Turn the music up. I still have my cheat sheet here for warm up. I'm not great. So shoulders relaxed, knees relaxed, feet together, out to the corners, center alignment, engage your core, bend those knees ever so slightly. Okay, so I want to make sure everything is completely relaxed. Roll those arms out. All of your joints should be relaxed, no stiffness, no tightness. I'm just going to roll the head from side to side. We're going to be doing 8 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3. Can you let me know if you do? And 1 more. Okay, up to the ceiling and back down again. That's 1. I'm going to be doing 8 of these. Have a thorough warm up. 2. 1 more. So I always start with my right. So we're just going to do 4, 2, 3, 4, and the full arm. 2. We're done to our arms, so we're on to our spinal twist. So we're just swinging our arms around. Our core is engaged. All of my joints are loosey-goosey. I'm not locking anything at all. I'm free moving. Every time you do a spinal twist, you try and reach that bit further around. No rush, you don't have to do them at the same time as me. You can do them slower. Make sure you're getting that nice stretch. Excellent. And we're going to do 1 more on each side. Okay, so we change this one, remember, out to the side, touch it with the opposite arm. Out to the side, opposite arm, out to the side, opposite arm, out to the side, opposite arm. So we're going to do 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Right, we're going to go into our stretches now. Our flat back stretch. So roll the shoulders forwards, roll them backwards. Engage your core, bend your knees ever so slightly, and we're going to roll down into our calf stretches. Okay, so we're rolling down, arch your back. We're going into our flat back, sorry. Arch your back, hold that. We're going into flat back. Arms forward, round to the back to the front, hands on your knees, and gently roll back up again. Roll those shoulders out. You can bend your knees at the same time. Okay, we're going again. Roll them forwards, arch your back, hands on your knees. You should be able to feel that stretch all the way down your hamstrings, maybe into your calves as well, depending on flexibility. Okay, and put your back into flat back. Reach out to the front, to the back, to the front again. Hands on your knees. Roll vertebrae by vertebrae back up the body. And again, roll those shoulders out and do 2 more. Make sure you're breathing when we're doing these. Forward roll, back down body. Hands onto your knees. Flat back. Arms to the front, round to the back, out to the front, back on your knees, arch the back, and roll. 1 more. And forward roll. Last one. Arch the back onto the knees. Just going to hold that there. Feel the stretch. And flat back. Round to the back. Round to the back on your knees. Arch the back. And vertebrae by vertebrae up through the body. Now we're going into our calf stretches. So roll your shoulders down, all the way down to the floor. See if you can touch your toes and just hold that stretch. Make sure you're breathing at the same time. Slowly walk forwards. Bring those heels back into the floor. As I say every week, you may be more of a V shape than I am. But hold that stretch. And we're gently pulsing. Be careful not to overstretch your calves on these ones. You're ever so gently putting each heel near the floor. If you're more flexible, you might be able to get your heels completely to the floor. Bring those toes in towards you. Stretching your inner calf. And heels in towards you, toes out to the side. 10. Back to the middle. Head. And hold. Oh, and gently come back up. Roll those shoulders out. This is what happens when the postman comes. Very late. Okay. So we're back into the prone position and we're doing our 4 leg lifts before coming back up again. So engage your core, bend the knees ever so slightly, relax your shoulders, roll them forward, and in your own time, go into the prone position. Bottom should not be up in the air as so, they should be down, but not too far down. Your core should be engaged. Your weight should be really in the middle. And vertebrae by vertebrae, come back up again. Roll out those shoulders. Okay, we're going to go into our squats. So remember, we're doing a normal squat with our arms out to the side. Then we're going into the toes out to the side. And then we'll do a bigger squat. And I might add in a curtsy squat afterwards. Okay, so 4 of each. Shoulder width apart, relax your shoulders, engage your core, and we're going down, Remember, as I go down, my toes are coming up. In your groin, through your calf muscles. 2 more. And then we're going wider. Okay. Toes out to the corners, you'll be able to go on these ones. Toes can still be lifted up. Squeeze on your way back up. 2. Keep breathing. 3, 4, into curtsy. Engaged. Down. So it's 1, 2, and then to each elbow, opposite. So 1, 2, elbow, elbow. 1, 2, elbow, elbow. 2, elbow, good, opposite, opposite. If you need to do them slower, do them slower. If you need to have a break, elbow, forward, forward, elbow, elbow. Keep going. Nearly there. One. Hands underneath shoulder. One leg out. 1. Okay. Thread the needle. And up into a T. Change arms. Thread the needle. T. Remember, these should all be drilled movements. This will be working your oblique muscles, which are the ones down the side of your body. So really reach when you're threading that needle. And we're doing some mobility work halfway there to help increase our range of motion, and it's stretching out our body after. So threading the opposite arm, opposite leg. Slow, controlled movements. You breathe. Nearly there. Keep going. Breathe. Bring it back. Okay, the next one we're doing is we're standing up, we're walking down into the front, we're coming back up. As we come back up, we're squatting and we're going back down again. So gently up onto your feet, engage your core, relax those shoulders, knees slightly bent. 2, 1. Okay, walk it down into the prone. Hold it. And back up. Roll back up the body. And keep going at your own pace. Back up the body. Slow, controlled movement. You can roll those shoulders back. And a nice, deep squat, lifting those toes up. You can change your squats up. You can do a curtsy squat if you like. You can do a wider squat. It's completely up to you. Make this your own. 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring that down. Okay, we're going to press up into a T position. Now, I'm going to do my press ups on my knees today. So, my bottom's down. I'm leaning forward. As I bring it back up, I'm going to go into a T position for my mobility. Go down and back up on the other side. It might be easier if you have your feet not linked as such. Off we go. Back up, T, and down. So I have my hands just over shoulder width apart. I let my nose touch the floor. If you've got a big nose like me, it's fine. And I go slowly down, slowly back up into my T. So bring that body weight forward and back up. If you're a bit hardcore, you can do full press ups into the T as such. Over halfway. 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. Bring that back in. We are going on to walking plank across your mat. So I'm going to do my mat lengthways. I'm going into my plank and I'm walking across my mat. If it hurts your elbows, just stick with a standard plank, okay? Off we go. In your own time, walk across your mat. Keep that bottom down. Keep that core engaged. And most importantly, keep breathing. If you need to have a rest, have a rest. Make sure your body isn't rocking side to side. If it hurts your elbows, like it's hurting mine, I'm just going to go from one side to the other side. We're halfway there. We are like crabs. Keep going. If you need to have a break, put those knees down. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Put those knees down. Okay, side plank dips. We're going to do 3 on one side, then change 3 to the other side. So remember our dip, up, down. If you need to do them on your knees, do them on your knees. So get ready onto your side. I always have my hand quite wide on the floor. And we're up. And dip in your own time. If you're dipping really quickly, like this, you're not going to work your obliques as much as you are by doing them slowly. If you want to have your hand on your hip, that's fine. If you want more support, put your arms forward, have your hand on the floor. I have my hand up in the air because I find it easier myself. Halfway there. If you need to have a break, have a break. Make sure your elbow's under your shoulder. I think we'll change shoulders so it gives this shoulder a break. 2, 1. Oh, definitely felt that. Okay, have a drink. Go on to the other side for some side dips. I'm very cautious that this keeps going on and off, so I will run to the laptop again if we have another technical difficulty. Again, hand wide, elbow underneath shoulders. Get ready. And we'll have one side better than the other side. This is my side. I really struggle with the other side. I think this shoulder must be my stronger shoulder. So again, if you need to go onto your knees, go onto your knees. If you need to stop at any point, that's absolutely fine. Have a rest. We're halfway there. Keep breathing. Don't let that hip drop. If you can feel your hip dropping, have a rest. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're back on the other side. This is a killer. We are doing stars, which is your leg raise with your arm into a star position and back again. Okay? So get ready. Elbow underneath shoulder, hands wide apart on the floor, legs out, or if you're bending your knees, bend your knees. 2, and we're up. Now you will feel this, oh, nearly fell, in your glute, that your leg on the floor is on. So I'm lying on my right side and I can feel it in my right glute. Make sure your hip doesn't fall down. If it does, have a rest. We're halfway there. Keep going. My quad on my lifting leg is burning. Woo, have a break. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring that down. Get ready to change sides. Okay, stars on this side. And we've got one more plank, side plank set. And then we're going into some other type of planks. So we're really focusing on our core today and our obliques. Then later on we'll be doing the lower abs. Okay, get ready. Elbow underneath shoulder. Legs out. Off we go. Come up into your side plank and create a star. They're almost actually side plank angels. Maybe I should change the name. This might be your better side as well. If your arm is going dead, so my raised arm is going dead. If you can only lift your leg ever so slightly up, that's absolutely fine. You're still working the exact same muscles. Some people are a bit bendier. We're over halfway. Keep breathing. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Whoa. Side planks are hard. It's about to get harder. Pausing for effect. Crunches. Remember, crunch. Open it up. Crunch. Open it up. Okay? 4, 3, 2, 1. We're coming up. You can do these on your knees as well if you need to. These are an oblique pillar. Tomorrow, they might even hurt to touch, but it's good for you. So you're bringing your elbow towards the floor, and you should feel it on the side in which you're on, nearest the floor. Try not to dip that hip. Halfway there. Keep going. Keep breathing. Nearly there. Oh, this elbow is starting to hurt. Okay, nearly done. 2, 1. Bring that down, guys. My dodgy arm. We're going on to the other side. My better arm. Okay, have a drink, have a break, take some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. When you get in your position, hands wide on the floor, elbow underneath your shoulder, legs out straight, ready to go back up again. Waiting for the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And we're crunching. Slow, controlled movements. The slower you do these, the more, I'm slipping, it's going to hurt. Keep going. Don't let that hip dip. If it is, have a break. Keep going. You're doing so well. Keep crunching. Hip slipping a little bit. Have a break. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, bring that down. So we're going into the front plank now. I'm just going to do some leg lifts. So alternate leg lifts. Nothing too strenuous. So in 1 minute. Get ready. Bottoms down, not up in the air like mine are at the moment. So I'm going to bring that forward. Getting ready. 2, 1. Just leg raises. If you don't want to do leg raises, stick with the plank. On your knees, you can do leg raises still, as such. If you have a bad knee, you might want to bring a ball under one knee. Just make sure you keep breathing. It is death by planks and prones today. We've only got one more after this. Remember, you're not lifting your leg really high up, because then your bottom you'll find will come up as well. You're only lifting it ever so slightly off the floor. Keep that core engaged. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring that in, have a stretch. Have a drink. You'll be pleased to know, I look sweaty. Woo. Last plank. So we're going to do our legs out to the side in a V position. So out, out, in, out, out, as I'm now in a V position. In. 2, 1. Okay. Elbows under your shoulders. Into your plank position. Your bottom should be down, not up in the air. Out, out, in, okay, in your own time. Again, if you need to rest, you can rest. Keep breathing. Slow, controlled movements. Halfway there. Keep going. Oh, arms are hurting. If you are hurting, just bring it back. Have a rest. Come back into it. And start again. 2, 1. Oh, bring that in. Okay. We are going into the bridge with leg lifts up and down. Okay, so at some point we're going to need our weights and our ball, but halfway, one leg up and down, halfway, other leg up and down. Okay, so on your backs, find that neutral position, tilt your pelvis till you find it, core engaged, we're lifting up, we're squeezing our bottoms, we're lifting one leg up and down. You are not lifting it higher than your opposite leg. So the leg that's on the floor, you are not lifting it higher than that. I point my toe for this one. You can flex your foot, you'll feel a different pain, and you'll feel that through your quadricep muscle, which is this one up here. So have a go, have a play. Switch. Woo. It's hard. Keep going. I'm switching off my pointed toe. Oh, I think I've given myself a cramp. 2, 1. Okay, bottoms down slowly. Stay lying down. I'm checking which one we have next. Okay, ball between your knees. If you don't have a ball, use a pillow. As you come up, you're squeezing the knees, you're holding it for 3 seconds, and you're coming back down again. Okay, squeeze the knees, hold, back down again. 3, find neutral. Up we go. And squeeze. You need to be squeezing those glutes and those knees firmly together. And vertebrae by vertebrae, come back down again and loosen. Breathe, squeeze, and come back up. So it's your glutes that are lifting your lower body off the floor. I'm still squeezing as I'm coming back down to the floor. Squeeze. Remember, slow controlled movements. The more you're squeezing that ball between your knees, the harder it's working for you right now. So for example, my legs at the moment are actually shaking because I'm squeezing that ball as hard as I can between my knees. Okay, and relax down. Your next one, leg slides on the ball. So we'll have one foot on the ball and we're coming up into the bridge and we're just sliding out with the ball, 30 seconds, and we'll switch legs, okay? So I'll start with the leg that you can see me on. Get ready with the ball under your foot. 1, up into the bridge, squeeze those glutes. Roll the ball out in front of you. If you lose the ball, just take it away. Get ready to change halfway through. If you feel your hips dipping, you need to have a rest. You should feel your glutes really working. Halfway there, so switch that ball over. Keep breathing. You're concentrating on not losing the ball so much that you might actually forget to breathe. Okay, bring that down. Let's check the time. Right, roll backs with weights. Now, if you have a kettlebell, use a kettlebell. If you don't, you have dumbbells, you can use those, hold them together. So we're rolling back and rolling back up again. I have my knees bent for rollbacks. I don't go all the way to the floor. I come back to a certain position and I come back up again. So back, tilt and lower. So back, tilt, lower. I roll back to as far as I can go and I come back up again. And I'm breathing. If you want to do the rollbacks that mum's out straight and you roll all the way down to the floor and back up again, you can do so. Whatever's comfortable for you and you know you can manage. If you feel your heels lifting on the floor, if you're carrying a weight and doing this, it might be a sign that your weight is slightly too heavy and you might need to go down like 0.5 to a kilogram. Over halfway. Two, one. Excellent. So, grab a drink. Our next one is a bow and arrow. So I'm going to use weights, dumbbells for these ones. So it's kind of a back tilt and lower, but as we go back, we're pulling out to the side as if we're pulling a bow and arrow. So we're tilting back down and coming back up all in one motion. So again, all in your own time. You might be able to feel this in your hip flexors. So come back. As you come back, you're pulling one shoulder out to the side. Nice and slow. If you don't have weights, that's absolutely fine. Right, you can use cans from the kitchen cupboard. Completely up to you. Coming down, you're twisting almost your body to the side. So again, this is working your obliques. Don't go that far down. Just go ever so slightly down and bring that elbow back. And just keep breathing. Hopefully, you'll be able to feel this tomorrow. Two, one, and back up. Okay, we're rolling back. 1, 2, 3, hold, and we're coming back out again. So arms out, we're going tilt, back. 1, 2, 3, hold, and back up again. So we're really working on lower stomach muscles down here. If you can only go back 1, 2, and come back up again, you can do so, okay? This is all in your own. Arms out, so back, tilt, lower, 1, 2, 3, hold it, and come back up again. Back, tilt, lower, 1, 2, 3, hold, don't stop breathing, come back up again. So back, tilt, lower, 1, 2, 3, hold, halfway there. So if you find your quads hurt and your hip flexors, it's a sign you need to do some more mobility work, like me, because I can feel that really in my hip flexors. Back up. 3, I'm going to hold it, 2, 1, excellent, come back up. Okay, so I think we've got time for 1 or 2 more. We're going to do flutter legs. So we're going to lie down. If you can keep your legs straight, excellent. If you're not very flexible like me, my legs are always slightly bent. We're going over, flutter, 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 down as far as you can, and back up again, okay? If you want to have your hands out to the side, it might be quite good. Or to the side here. I have one out wide, okay? So one leg over the other, as far as you can go down, and back up again. Or your back lifting, as in the arch in your back lifting off the floor, you're going down too far and you're only going to hurt your back. So stay up higher. Halfway there. If you need to have a break, have a break. Excellent, guys. Keep going. One more after this. I think we have time. Yeah, we've got time. 3, 2, 1. Oh, bring those knees in. Quads as well. Okay, so we're going to go on the floor. We're doing heel taps. 1, 2, 3. Back up again. So on the ball, touching your back in tabletop position. 1, 2, 3. Back in. 1, 2, 3. Back in. So you're reaching your leg. Third time. Okay, off we go. And back in. Remember, you do not want to bring your knees in too far. If you're not tapping right now, you should still feel that band across your lower abdominals that is working just purely from being in tabletop position. So 1, 2, 3, and back up. If you don't want to use the ball, you can take it away. Halfway there. 2, 3. If I wasn't on the ball, I'd have my hands out to check that my knees weren't going too near my body. Keep breathing. Okay, hug that in, well done. Right, do we have time? Let's see what we've got next. Do we have time to squeeze one more in? Let's go for it. Okay, guys, up on your feet. Walking you so. Lunge around the house, okay, with your weight. Keep lunging. 2, 1, off you go. Right. 1 minute. Keep lunging. I'm going to disappear and come back again. Ted's looking at me very strangely. All around the house. If you don't have weights, that's absolutely fine. Just lunge around. Halfway there. If you need to have a break, shake up the legs. Keep lunging. Your knee doesn't have to touch the floor. You're most likely to hurt your knee if you do that. You don't have to go as far down as me. You can just go a little bit down, as such. Keep going. Do one more. Excellent, guys. Put that weight down. Woo. Have a drink. And we'll go into our cool down. Change the music. Change the music. Right. So, last 10 minutes. Okay. Right, so deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And a good way to lower that heart rate. Sorry, balancing. Okay, pull it back again. Okay, forwards, lower those hips to the floor, look up to the sky. And a good way to lower that heart rate very, very good for you. Okay, arms up to the sky. If you can and you don't have a bad back, do it ever so slightly back tilt with your head up and really stretch that spine out. Now, if you've got a lordotic spine like me, you'll have a natural curve in the lower of your back, and this is quite good to just stretch that out. Okay, arms up to the side. One arm pushing that knee in towards you and just reach over. And stretch. If you look down to the floor with your chin at the same time, you'll be stretching out that stiff neck and upper body, like your shoulders. Stretch it out. Okay, out to the side. Switch. Out to the side. See if we've got time to get some piriformis stretching in here tonight. You should really be able to feel this stretch in your hamstring, so it's this muscle here. Okay, so come up, switch legs, lean into your other leg. Keep taking those deep breaths. Okay, arms up to the ceiling, and if you can, so no bad backs doing this, please. Gently arch that back. Okay, arms out to the side. One arm pushing in towards the knee and lean over. Now all of these movements are mobility movements as well. So it's going to really increase our range of motion. And after, or before actually, an intense workout, swap size, mobility is excellent for stretching out those muscles as well and preparing them for exercise. And it prevents you from feeling sore. Bring those arms back out and go over that other leg. So yeah, they really prevent you from injury. So if you're doing it pre-exercise, they will stop muscle soreness the next day. So I had a big run on Monday because I'm preparing for a marathon. So I think I did like 19-20 miles, and I did about 20 minutes of mobility after. And the next day I was absolutely fine. I thought I'd get some delayed onset muscle soreness, and I was absolutely fine. I do strongly believe it was from that mobility set that I did after. So this one I use is Joe Wicks. So have a look on YouTube. So piriformis stretch. One leg out in front of you in that right angle. Same for the leg behind you in the right angle. And depending on the level of your tightness of the piriformis, lean over Yeah, so Joe Wicks, he has quite a few on his YouTube channel. It's called The Body Coach. He has about 2 or 3 actually on there, about 15 to 20 minute ones, and he does all the piriformis stretching as well. It's really good. So if any of you go out for a run or do maybe spinning or anything, or back in the gym, come back home and do one of those mobility stretches. You'll feel them. And also, he hasn't told me to say that either. I'm not trying to sell the Body Coach at all. Okay, switch legs. I like his workouts. I like his kettlebell workouts as well. Okay, and lean into that piriformis. So your piriformis muscle, if you haven't had a class on it before, is the muscle going in from your lower back all the way down to your glute. Those of you who suffer with sciatica, these are the best. Some of you won't even be able to lean over your leg if it's that bad. You will only be able to sit up straight, and you can still feel that pull in your glutes, and that's absolutely fine. It just means that you need to stretch it, and you need to stretch it every single day. So we're just going to hold that 2 more seconds. Okay. So gently back up the body, touch those toes, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll those shoulders out. I want you to put your hands on your diaphragm, engage that core, and just do 3 deep breaths. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. So you can have one hand on your diaphragm, one hand on the side of your rib cage. Okay, so that should really lower your heart rate. Intervals round 2.